Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. We took a day off yesterday, but we're back with more videos today. What are we talking about this morning? Abracadabra.money, or spell token. Now we've got some quite interesting news to talk about with it today. We're going to talk about this Merlin candle that just happened, the biggest Merlin candle in the history of spell. We're going to talk about Binance possibly acquiring some spell. Oh, would you look at this? Spell USDT getting prepared to be listed on Binance. The recent DYOR listing. Going over that $2.4 million distribution fee to people that stake spell. And 3 billion total value locked. Now, all of these are super bullish, but what I'm going to go over first is my bribe for the week. So, because I vote for the MIM3 pool, I get a weekly bribe from Spell. So, I'm going to claim my reward and show you how much that's worth. So, this is because I'm a VE curve holder. So, if you just own Spell, you won't get this. And you do need quite big bags to receive rewards like this every week. But nevertheless, I'm going to show you how much it's worth, and you guys can see that. So 44,600 spell tokens I got this Thursday, which I plugged it in here. That's $839. So that's really good, isn't it? I mean, that is very, very quite spectacular, really. I mean, imagine if I just got this $840 for a full year. That's $43,000 in 1 year of bribes alone. So that's really quite amazing, and I do thank the guys who started this up. So thank you, Andre Cronier, for building this brilliant platform, and thank you to Daniel Sester and OX Merlin for actually producing this amazing application. So that's the bribes covered. I've got my tokens, another $830 in the bank. Okay, we're also going to cover this. Now, this is a great little website which you can see, byebyedai.money. So, if you didn't know, Abracadabra or Spell or MIM is kind of ecosystems. Competition is MakerDAO, really. So, let's have a look. The Spell market cap is now 57% of Maker market cap. I think it's going to overtake it soon. And the fees, so the market cap is around 50%, whereas the fees on Ethereum only are double of Makers. That is double what it's generated for staked spell holders. So this week, they've generated $2.5 million in fees, right? Whereas Makers only generated $1.2 million for Maker holders. Now, most of Maker holders are institutions and big, corporate investors, VCs and such. Whereas Spell, it's more the average Joe, you and I. Anyway, we're going to leave this link down below for you to do your own research on that. So let's talk about this. What is this? What is a Merlin candle? Well, I'll tell you right now. So, every week, or sometimes multiple times per week, 0x Merlin, who is a self-proclaimed master wizard at Abracadabra.money, but he is a master wizard, goes and takes all the fees which have been generated by the Abracadabra platform from borrowing. So when people borrow, they pay an interest fee. If they get liquidated, they pay a liquidation fee. When they bridge, there is a small fee. When they go into farms, is there a fee? No, there isn't a fee when you go into farms. But when you borrow, when you stake, when you swap, no, because it's going through here. So it is from the borrowing. It is from the borrowing and the lending and the liquidation fee that the fees are actually generated, right? And when that happens, when the project earns fees, they distribute it to staked spell owners. So, let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about that. One staked spell now equals 1.1014 spell. Now, if you go back and look at some of my older videos, you will see that before, one staked spell equals 1.08 spell. And then, maybe last week, it was 1.09 spell. And that is because the longer that you are in here, you are accumulating more spell per staked spell token. Because 0x Merlin is taking the MIM fees generated and buying spell with it, and then staking it. Buying spell with it and then distributing it to stakers. So that's exactly what happened here. If we plug it in on a 1 minute chart, it should be that's insane. This is why we call it the Merlin candle, because he market buys spell at that whatever price it is. So it was 197 and it went to 216. That's crazy. That's like 10% in a 1 minute candle, which is holy crap, so much. But this is why he does it, right? It gives people who want to exit, it gives them an opportunity to exit. And people who have bags, it helps pump your bags. I mean, we're up 23% on the day. Very nice. Very nice. So, let's talk about the Binance stuff, right? Now, if you type in spell USDT into Binance, you can see they're actually kind of getting themselves ready, I would say. Getting themselves ready to launch. Partner this with a few other kind of things that could possibly lead to Binance. Last night, then I'm off for the night. Last thing, then I'm off for the night. Looks like Binance just picked up 30 million spell. Now, it wasn't $30 million, it was 30 million spell tokens. And I'm not 100% sure about the authenticity of this, but it is interesting that whales that are frequently using Binance are now loading up on spell. In preparation, maybe. I don't know. But this itself is very interesting. I mean, you just have to type spell USDT and the top search is that. Now, obviously right now it says cannot be found, but it's very interesting to me that it is even a search on Google. I mean, why is this here? It means one thing and one thing only to me. And I think that they will be following in the FTX footsteps. I also think they're going to be following in the Bancor footsteps, because yesterday, look at that, or 5 hours ago, something, Bancor has listed spell, single token exposure, protection from impermanent loss, and you can earn swap fees in spell. So that's very nice as well. You can stake your spell on there and farm with it. Very cool indeed. So that's the Merlin candle. That's the Bancor news. That's the Spell USDT news. That's the whale news / Binance news. We just reached 3 billion total value locked in Abracadabra, which is quite an insane metric. Growing so fast. I mean, something that started as a spell book that allows users to produce magic internet money now has $3 billion locked in this protocol. Now, I think we're not going to stop here. That's just my 2 cents. Maybe I'm wrong. I doubt it. I hope I'm not wrong. But I think we are destined for even greater highs than 3 billion. Now, what do I do with my Abracadabra? What do I do with my spell on Abracadabra? I stake it. I don't farm anything, personally. I don't do any farming on here. You can, and it can be profitable. 133% a year right now. Very good. But I just buy spell and stake spell. That is what I do. Okay? You buy it, you come over here, you type in, you know what, I will show you an example. You just click max, you've got your spell there, and when you deposit it, you get staked spell. Now, you can't do anything with your staked spell right now unless there is anything to borrow. So you see right here, sometimes you can borrow MIM against your staked spell. But right now, there is nothing to borrow. So you can't do anything with your staked spell right now. You just deposit your spell, you get staked spell, you're earning approximately 25% a year, and number go up. It's as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen, really. If you are on another chain, and if you have a smaller bag, now I wouldn't recommend playing on Ethereum and staking your spell, unless you're talking maybe 50k plus. The fees are not terrible on here though. They're not bad like some of the other applications we use. They're not too bad, I would say. But you know, it's something that you have to take into mind. There is other chains to play on. Unfortunately, you cannot stake your spell on other chains. Okay, so if you were on Avalanche or Phantom, alright, let's go over to Phantom. You can see that unfortunately you cannot stake on Phantom. But what you can do is go to Spirit Swap. So you see, please use Ethereum mainnet to stake spell. So you can't stake your spell on any other chain. But for example, if you were on the Phantom chain, I'll show you what you can do. I'll also show you what you can do if you're on the Avalanche chain. So you can come over to Spirit Swap. You can go to Farms. And, would you look at that? You can farm spell and Phantom USDT. You can earn 90% a year. This is quite a cool pool because you only have 50% exposure to the spell token. The rest is in Phantom USDT. So that's that. Or you can go into the MIM and Phantom pool. So if you don't want to hold spell at all, but you want exposure to the Abracadabra ecosystem, you can hold Magic Internet Money and Phantom and earn 80% a year. Is there any more? There's this one, Wrapped Memo and MIM. So if you think that the price of Wrapped Memo, which is when you stake your time and then wrap it, you get 111% per year. You know, so there is options on here for you to start earning yield on top of just holding the token. If you want to get into farming, you want to try out, you know, playing around with the Abracadabra ecosystem tokens, then you can do so on here on Phantom. Now, let's swap over to Avalanche, and I'll show you what you can do if you're on the AVAX chain. So you come down here, switch over to Avalanche, come over to Trader Joe, right? If you, let's say you've got some spell tokens on here, the APYs always seem a little bit messed up on Trader Joe for me. I don't know if this is with everybody. Oh, okay, it's fixed now. It's fixed now. Oh, wow. See, yeah, this one right here is obviously broken. There's not been $4 billion in fees generated. There's not been $1.6 trillion of volume. And the APR definitely is not $6.18 billion or something crazy. 6.18 billion percentage. But it is all legit, right? You know, you can come on, you can put AVAX and spell 50% time and spell. I don't know what APR percentage it is. It's not that number, but yes, you can farm that. Or MIM and spell, not much liquidity, not sure about that. Or spell and sing. Like, you can come over here. Let's say you want to deposit into the AVAX spell pool. You could do so. You could just put in that, and you would have to, you would click enter. I don't have any spell on AVAX, but you understand the process now at least. So that's what I would do with my money on AVAX. That's what I would do with my money on Phantom. But personally, I am on the Ethereum chain. I've got a big enough bag for it to be worthwhile. Spell is my biggest altcoin bag. I do see it having the most growth out of any other alt position I own. Full disclosure, it is definitely my biggest alt bag at $413,000 right now. So take what I say with a pinch of salt. Obviously, I have my best interest at heart. But all in all, I do think that abracadabra.money is a wonderful project. I think that they really understand what they need to do and how they can, well, number one, make everybody money, but number two, change DeFi for the better. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wrecked Food Farmer. This has been a video about abracadabra.money. Hope you all have a great day. Bye bye.